Welcome back, APCSA students. We are, in this video, we're working on the moveFirstLetterToEnd method. This is in the string array tester and string array methods. So this is the output around that method call. This is before the call, it's showing the contents of the array, and then after it's showing what the array looks like. So we can see we're getting an empty array now, which is odd. We haven't seen something like that. So reading the description, it says return a new array. Ooh. So we see here the return type is not just a string or an int or void. It's an actual string array that this method returns. So a new array, the same size as array, but we're going to fill it with the words from here, but we're going to muck up the words a little bit. And so what we're going to do is, as it says, we're going to move the first letter to the end. So if we have computer in this array somewhere, the new array is going to get computer C in it. So I'm going to need to traverse this array, get the words out, scramble it up, and then store it in this new array that we're going to make. So we have a lot of things to do in this one. So first up, we definitely want to make this new array. So what are the things that are in the array? Strings. So our new array is going to have strings as well. So string array, new array equals new string. We have to give it a length. I can't keep this empty. We have to give it a length. So I want it to be the same length as whatever array was passed to me. All right, I've got my new array. Let me traverse my old array or my regular array. And really both have the same length. So I could use new array length here if I wanted. And I know I want this new array to get a value. I know it's going to get some value because right now it's filled with nulls. I'm not going to put null in parentheses because it's not a word that's in there. It's a reserved word. It's a secret code that is null, means no memory address is in there. It's not pointing to anything yet. So I want to store something new in this new array that we have. And again, I wanted to get these out, and then I was going to scramble this word up. So maybe I'll get that word out first, and maybe I'll go back to what I did before, where I can call it word or L or whatever I want to call it. This is the thing gets me one word, one element from array. What do I want to do with it? I want to move first letter to the end. So I'm going to make a bunch of variables here to show you. In the end, you can really combine a lot of this into one or two lines. We really only need, we could do it in one line, really. But making these intermediate variables really do help beginners understand all the different steps at play here. So why don't I get the first letter to begin with? So the first letter, we could either do a character or a string, but it's really not good to mix characters and strings. And most of what we are working with this year is using substring to get substrings of a larger string. So I'm going to use substring. I'm not going to use char here. Here we go. So I'm going to call this new variable first letter because it's going to be the first letter of word. And so I'm going to use word, and I want to substring the first letter. And to do that, I do 0, 1. The first letter in any word, as long as I know there's a word there, the first letter is always from 0 to 1. Remember, I start at 0, I take that letter, I don't take the letter at 1. Great, I have the first letter. What did I want to do with it? I wanted to stick it on the end of the word, and I also want to take it off from the front. So we need to get this computer part. So it's almost like we had, you know, like we took off the first letter, we took off the end of the word, and then we kind of swapped them a little bit. So strings work different than arrays. So we can't use a swap, but we can use concatenation to put them back together in a different way. So I'm going to call another string rest of word. And maybe I even want to do something like, I want to use that concrete example to remind myself of what I'm doing here, right? Use this concrete example. What was all this doing? It was getting the C. Great. What is this next thing I'm going to do? I want to get computer. And then I'm going to stick them together with concatenation. So this is the string I'm working with. I'm still working with this string. This string is still intact. This does not change word at all. It gets me a piece of it. I want to substring from 1 until the end, really. So you can put word.length, but you don't need to. So remember that strings, just like arrays, have index values. So the C is at index 0, and that's why I used the substring from 0 to 1. The computer part begins at index 1, and if I only pass one number, it will take everything in here to the end. A lot of students really like to have the second number here, and that would be what it is. The length of this string is actually 8. And remember, I won't get anything at 8, so this will give me from 1 to 7. For some reason, it's a pet peeve of mine. If you can do it with one letter, one number, why put the other one? This takes from 1 to the end. Great. I've got my two parts. I want to put them back together and store them in array. So I want to take the rest of the word first, and then I want to add that first letter to the end. And that's it. And we're going to do that for each letter, or for each word in the array. And this loop is going to help me do that. This index is going to get a new word, new storage space each time. So let's compile that. Well, I have a typo here, substring. Missing return statement. What am I supposed to return? I'm supposed to return that new array I made. Oh my goodness, made a whole new array and I never even returned it. Would have been trash. Isn't that nice of Java to remind me I wanted to return it? Great. So one thing you'll know for this one in the test, notice for this one in the tester, is that when you call the method, unlike before we'd call the method and maybe print something out, here we're storing the array back in here, and we're using a show method to print these arrays, by the way, that does a whole loop. It's looping through the array to build the array to print it out. You can't just say print array. Not without using a method call to the arrays. All right, where were we? Add an S, add an S, add an S. No, wait. Oh, that's the redact. Here we are. We did the add an S. So my original array is still intact, which is what I want. So here's the method call. And then here we print out things, and we want things intact. I should not have been changing this array. So unlike the previous method where we changed the original array to add all these S's to it up here, here I don't want to mess up the original array. I wanted to make a new array. So new things with everything at the end. This looks right? Cartoons with the C on the end. This one looks weird. Trees with the T on the end. Yeah, we got one letter at the end, everything else at the front, and we can also see the same for the animals. So that one had a lot. All right, happy coding.